People ask me if I use electronic training collars, or they refer to them as e-collars. And the answer is yes, at certain times for certain things. But I say to people, the electronic collar should be used after the basic foundation of the manual training has been done. We want to build that one-on-one relationship with our dog, doing as much basic physical work with them as we can ourselves before we step in and use an electronic collar. I will use this type of collar for correcting behaviors that are, say, at a distance. When you are doing your recall, your come command, if the dog is being distracted by other things at a distance and it feels that it does not have to respond because of that distance, then an electronic collar saves you a lot of legwork. People will make a reference to the electronic collar and they will say, well, isn't it mean or cruel? Well, the way I look at it is that my goal is to give every dog off-leash freedom. And I know that dogs are manipulative and they are stubborn, and they will assess the situation and say, well, gee, you know, I'm 150 feet away from Don, so maybe I don't have to respond now if I don't want to, because there's another dog out here, or there's a bird, or whatever they might be interested in, or just an incredibly good smell. The electronic collar gives us the ability to make an instant correction that is appropriately leveled for that dog's personality. Okay? You can adjust them to start softly and increase, just like we would with any manual correction that we're making. But it gives us that ability to make a correction now at a distance, which is giving us that open road to giving the dog the freedom which they need and deserve. It is a tool that is used for a temporary amount of time until the dog understands that it must respond even at a distance when there's distractions. When you do your training properly, all these tools are temporary devices to give your dog ultimate freedom. Another valuable use for the electronic training collar is if you get one that has a paging device on it, which is a vibration as opposed to an electronic stimulus. You are able to get your dog's attention in situations where the dog might not otherwise be able to hear your voice. I use this for Judah when I'm at the beach because he gets involved in playing, he hears the waves, there's people's voices, and in a very crowded environment, it's hard for him to hear my voice over all the other noises. But I can get his attention just by using the paging button, which always brings him back to me. It is a good idea when you invest in an electronic collar to get a good one. This one here, it's a great collar. It's medium priced, but it's waterproof. And this one here in particular operates for about a half-a-mile range. So I've got a good distance I can work with. And I tell people that when you invest in a good collar, when you're done with it and you no longer need it, just put an ad in the paper and resell it, because there's always people looking to purchase a second-hand electronic collar. So your investment may be initially $200 or $250, but you'll recoup a lot of that investment. You may get 3/4 of your investment back. So really your investment in the collar has just been a small amount.